I'm Jace Kameen, and I approve this calculus.
Hello, this is Jace Kameen, and today I am going to introduce you to some of the basic rules that we use for taking derivatives in calculus. Now, the first thing you may need to know is what a derivative is. A derivative is just the slope of a point on a graph. So if we select a point, say here, on this graph of x squared, we would want to find the slope of a line that looks something like that for that point. Now there is a much longer and much more complicated way of finding just that point, or we could use the power rule to find a general form derivative and then plug in our point and find the exact slope of that line. Now the power rule uses a function in the form of x to the n, where n is just any real number. Then the derivative of that function is going to equal n to the x n minus 1. So all the power rule is saying is that you take your exponent from your function and you bring it down to the front as a constant multiplier, and you subtract the exponent of your variable by 1. As an example, let's use the function that we have graphed over here, x squared. So our function x to the n is equal to x squared here. So the derivative of this function is going to be, we bring down this exponent, 2 x, and then we subtract 1, so 2x to the 1, which is equal to 2x. Or, for example, what if you have something like x to the 4th plus x? Well, you bring down your constant multiplier, 4 x to the 3rd, because we subtract 1, plus, you do the same thing right here. Bring down the 1, and then x would be to the 0 now, which means it's 1, so we can just drop that off and we just have the plus 1. Now the next rule that we're going to look at is the product rule. The product rule takes the form that h of x equals f of x times g of x. And f of x and g of x are just two separate functions. So the derivative of h of x is going to equal the derivative of f of x times g of x plus f of x times the derivative of g of x. So let's say, for example, we had the problem of x squared sine of x. Now before, with just the power rule, we may have thought that the derivative of this was 2x cosine of x. But that is wrong, because these are being multiplied, so the derivative is not that simple. But using our new power rule, we can take a much better derivative. So our derivative here would be 2x sine of x plus x squared cosine of x. Our third rule is called the quotient rule. This rule states that if you have a function, say h of x again, is equal to one function f of x over another function g of x, then their derivative is going to equal the derivative of the first function times the second function minus the first function times the derivative of the second function, all divided by the second function squared. So say, for example, we had the function x squared over sine of x. The derivative of this function is going to be 2x sine of x minus x squared cosine of x divided by sine of x squared. The last and most complicated rule that we have to cover is called the chain rule. Now the chain rule takes the form of some function equals a function, but it's not to x. The function is actually to another function. So this function would be read as f of g of x. If you want to take the derivative of this, the derivative takes the form of f prime of g of x times g prime of x. This may look a little bit complicated, but if we look at an example or two, this may become a bit simpler. So for this example, we're going to use f of x equals sine of x squared. The derivative for this, if we were just looking with the power rule from earlier, we might think that maybe this would be 2 sine of x. But this is incorrect. The actual derivative would be equal to cosine of x squared times 2x. So we took the derivative of our first function, sine of x squared, which would give us cosine x squared, but because this function in here has a multiplier on it, we have to take the derivative of this function as well, giving us this 2x on the outside. For another example, say we have the function 3x squared plus 1 cubed. Now if we wanted the derivative of this function, we would take the derivative of this outside function, so this cube, and we would put it in front. The inside stays the same, and then we reduce this power up here. But now we have to multiply by the derivative of this inside function. So the derivative of this inside function is going to be 6x. And then we can drop the 1 from this function because the derivative of any constant is 0. So this would be the final derivative of our equation 3x squared plus 1 cubed. And those are the 4 very basic rules for taking derivatives in Calculus 1.